Not for the first time, we're talking about a north-south divide. This time, though, it's about the virus. In England, the areas enduring additional lockdown measures are almost exclusively in the north. At Prime Minister's questions, the Leader of the Opposition said many of these areas had been under extra restrictions for nearly 2 months, but the rate of infection had only gone up.
The Prime Minister really needs to understand that local communities are angry and frustrated. So will he level with the people of Bury, Burnley and Bolton and tell them what does he actually think the problem is here?
What we are doing is a combination of national and local measures, which one week, Mr. Speaker, he comes to this House and supports, and the next week, mysteriously, he decides to whisk his support away.
But all the restrictions in the north of England prompting some critics to say places like Liverpool are now in the front line of the fight against the virus and giving the south a bit of a let-off. But this analyst says what's happening is supported by the data from places like London.
Well, if you see the rates in London, they're not as bad as they are in the northwest. We have a much younger population in London, maybe because that's where the epidemic took hold to begin with. There has been developed some herd immunity. So I'm not surprised. I wouldn't say that the northwest is singled out for harsh treatment.
In Manchester, they've had extra restrictions for 2 months, but the rate of infection's gone from 36 per 100,000 to 552. Local leaders say the government must get their support for any new rules.
We're still in the position where too much is being decided behind closed doors, without the detail being provided to council leaders and mayors, and that is not acceptable.
The government's also facing criticism and a vote next week on the 10 p.m. pub closure. More than ever, it seems, the consensus on how to tackle the virus is fraying. Andy Bell, 5 News.